made mosaics. And we had the City Arts Commission come to the school and choose the ones they wanted.
So we have, you've all seen the photos, right? We have 18 to 54 potential slots for these mosaics. And your job today will be both to determine how many, also which ones and where should they go.
I had my students research the endangered animals of the San Lorenzo River. So most of these, with the exception of like seagulls, are animals that are actually living in our ecosystem and not faring real well. So today we're installing on the Water Street Bridge 53 mosaic tile murals done by individual students or in pairs. They worked in class on the mosaic part for 2 weeks. We did a week and a half of planning before we got started.
And has it been fun?
Oh, I think it's been a lot of fun. Have you asked the kids? I'm sure they would say yes, it's been fun.
I'm Hillary Bryant. I'm a city council member for the city of Santa Cruz, and we're here on the Water Street Bridge today and looking at the kids' artwork and just connecting how important it is for these kids to have an opportunity to participate in art projects like this. In particular for the city, it's great because it's a partnership and a collaboration, but for them, it's just a tremendous opportunity when we've had cuts and takeaways from schools that they still have programs like this where they can get involved in an art project that not just is a project for now, but I'm hoping these girls come back in the future and show their family what they did, because this is something that's going to stay forever.
Okay, Chloe, all set. Thank you. See you soon. Hello.
Hi. I'm the parent of a couple of kids, and I was hoping to get something special from the library for them.
What age are your children?
They're preschoolers.
I have just a thing for you. It's a Read to Me kit that includes books, a puppet, and a flannel board. It'll keep you busy all day.
Hi, I'm Teresa Landers. I'm the Library Director for the Santa Cruz Public Library System. And I want to tell you today about a wonderful resource we have for families. It's called Read to Me Kits. I'm going to just get one out here and show you what's inside. We have 400 of these on 25 different topics, and the one I pulled is one of my favorites, wild animals. What you'll find in every kit is a variety of books for different levels, such as a board book, a nonfiction book. In addition to the books, we have extra materials. This one has a CD, a giraffe puppet, you can tell your own story, and it also has flannel board animals. So this one is a wild animal theme. We have elephants and kangaroo and zebra, etc. So you can make up your own story and just post these up on a flannel board. We also have a set of Read to Me kits on tender topics like divorce or death. Here's how you can get a kit. We have them throughout the library system. Some of the branches have them on the shelves, but you can go online to the library catalog, and if you type in Read to Me kits, you'll get a full list of what we have available. You can place a hold, and we'll have that kit delivered to the branch of your choice.
Hello. Hi, I'm a grandma, and my kids are coming to visit soon. I have some preschoolers. Do you have anything that might be helpful to me?
Oh, I have just a thing for you. It's called a Read to Me kit, and it includes books, a puppet, and a flannel board. You'll have fun with them.
Sounds wonderful.
My name is Dan Dvorkin. We're here today at the Computer Kitchen. This is a nonprofit started in about May of 2009. It came out of Robert and I meeting and deciding that we wanted to start a community project centered around recycling e-waste and reusing usable hardware and then re-granting it out to the nonprofits, community groups, and schools in Santa Cruz County. We didn't start with anything. We started with an empty room. Most of the things that came in were from drop-in donations. We've worked a little bit with some local businesses when they were getting ready to upgrade. Santa Cruz Games, when they moved up to their latest and greatest computers, we got some of their older boxes and some of their monitors and things, and sort of grew out of that. So our goal is to provide a space and tools and advice for people to learn about and work on their computers. So we don't do any of the work ourselves. We will just supply people with the tools and advice that they need, and they'll do the repairs themselves. And through that, they'll learn a little bit. We kind of pull a lot from the, teach a man to fish philosophy, or teach a woman to fish.
Teach a person.
My name is Max Ranieri. We're at the Computer Kitchen, and I met Dan and Robert through a mutual friend who worked with them at Saturn Cafe. And I was telling her one night that I like working with computers, and she was like, "Oh, my friends Dan and Robert started this place down by the bike church. You should check it out." So I looked it up, and I got their info and came in for an interview. And I've been volunteering here since about November, and I just love it. Most donations are just people dropping by. They've usually never been here before. They heard about us. They want to get rid of some old hardware, and they don't know what to do with it because e-wasting or electronic recycling is not a common thing that people do, and you usually need to pay for it. So people come by, drop stuff off. We just got a huge donation. I've never seen one that big. There's like 8 computers.
Well, we get to basically go through everything one by one as we have a chance to just see if everything works. If it doesn't work, then we can recycle it. If it works, then we might try to find a use for it. Or a lot of stuff, I know in the bottom of one of these boxes there was a couple of screens that work just for laptops. So we'll hang on to them if someone comes in and needs them. But besides that, just a lot of sorting and testing. I don't know why a computer has a case like this. Like it's somehow supposed to be portable. But it has like an old style switch in the back for, I don't even know.
We get high school students, we get college students, we get a lot of an older crowd actually. We take them in, we help them sort of work on their own computer. We try our best not to do all the work ourselves. We actually try to just guide them through it by talking to them. So we have them sit down, tell them what they're doing. We explain everything as they're doing it. So the hope is that they'll learn what they're doing while they're doing it, and they don't need to go to a computer repair shop and pay someone hundreds of dollars to fix everything for them, and then they don't know what they're doing afterwards.
This is the original spot.
And how did you find it?
It was kind of good timing, I guess, because we came up with this idea right around the time that this whole area, which is basically run by the hub, this space was actually opening up at the same time that we had come up with the idea. So the space became open, and then because this whole area is kind of like a do-it-yourself kind of, like with the bike church nearby, like the space just seemed like a really good fit for us, so we kind of jumped at the chance to use the space, and we've been here ever since.
So we're on the corner of Spruce and Pacific. You can check us out online at computerkitchen.org. You can email us at info@computerkitchen.org. And we're open right now. We have workshops twice a week on Wednesdays and Sundays. Oh yeah, I'm thrilled. This is more successful than I ever imagined. It's great.
My name is Peggy Dalginus, and we're welcoming a lot of people into the what was the Sentinel building. Now Cruzio and Ecology Action have our new homes here, and we're having a grand opening. Well, we spent a lot of time looking for a building. We needed a new headquarters for our network. We needed to rebuild a network, and we needed a hub. So we spent a lot of time looking for a new building, and we finally found one right in the middle of downtown Santa Cruz. We were very lucky. We partnered with Ecology Action with Chuck Tremper and Ginny Johnson, and we all got together and managed to buy the building and fix it up. It was a derelict building. It had been abandoned, and we were able to make it into a really beautiful spot. On Cruzio's side, this building is the center of our network. It's the hub of our new network, and we have 10 gigabits of internet just to begin, coming right up in the corner over there. And we have a data center, so the data center will be taking advantage of this great new infrastructure in downtown Santa Cruz. It's unprecedented. It will be available to the general public, and especially to people who are working in this area. So we thought that people would also like to do co-working around the kind of like with their hands around the fire, but it's around the internet coming in. So we opened a facility where people can rent offices. They can rent just spaces to work by the day, by the week, by the month. They can rent a cubicle and that sort of thing. And then Cruzio works upstairs. So we're all enjoying the brand new space.
Welcome to the 877 building. 877 Cedar, the new address. Among the things you may have noticed that have changed since the time the Sentinel was here is the entrances to the building. There is no longer one on Church Street. The former 207 address is part of the history that goes with the Sentinel when they left. It's like retiring the jersey of a great athlete.
This building took a lot of vision. And I think for those of us who grew up and walked around this building many times, the idea that the building could now look like this, it took some very creative Santa Cruz minds, some dreamers, some people who maybe wanted to keep Santa Cruz a little weird in order to make this work. It is really a center for ecology, a center for entrepreneurship, a center for what the future of Santa Cruz is. It's a sustainable economy, a sustainable environment, and a place that believes in community.
I wanted to race here today, and it sort of fits my new position in many ways, because this sort of what we're doing today with this building is just symbolic in so many different ways. It's symbolic because when this building was first built in the 60s, it was considered state-of-the-art at the time. It was considered the place that was the center of a major communications hub and news hub for us locally. And who would have thought that now it's the same thing in keeping up with the times?
Who wants that?
We welcome everybody to come and visit us. Please just check us out on cruzio.com on the web.
Daniel James Howe, producer of Community Express. We're here at Santa Cruz Community Credit Union on Bank Transfer Day. I personally closed my Bank of America account this morning. They politely declined an interview and referred me to their media representative who was not local and was only available by phone. So we came down to the Community Credit Union here to find out why people are moving their money and what effect it's having locally. Why is it that local credit unions like yourself invest more locally and are better and lend more locally?
I think part of it goes just back to the whole credit union environment. I mean, credit unions are kind of people helping people environments. They've always, types of financial institutions, they've always been that way from the beginning of time when they were first created. So a credit union gets into a community and serves that community, serves local businesses and local membership, and you get this giving back into the community thing. So when money comes into the credit union, it stays in that local community. So Our money coming into the credit union goes to our members. It goes like in better services and usually better rates and lower fees. In addition, we reach out and do small business loans. Our loans going into small businesses then turn into job creation. We're really focused on that right now because, as you know, local economy and everything that's been going on, we want to be really supportive of that. So I think a lot of it has to do with kind of that local community give back that I think all credit unions do, and we certainly are right on board with that. It's important to also be available and willing to be volunteers, and we're all about that as well.
With us now is Sean Badia, Chief Operating Officer of Santa Cruz Community Credit Union. So tell us a little bit about the origins of Santa Cruz Community Credit Union.
The history of the credit union is a really interesting one. We started in 1977 with a group of about 10 people looking to provide a local alternative for financial institutions. And so 10 people and literally a box of cash was the foundation of this organization. And it's now come full circle. It's really fantastic. Really, the reason this institution was started was to provide a local alternative, and now people are coming back realizing that this is really an important community feature.
So Tracy, you've had an account here at Santa Cruz Community Credit Union a long time. Tell us why.
I was told I should stay local, and I had friends when I moved here. I was like, do the Santa Cruz Credit Union. You don't want to do Bank of America. So I kind of knew to be smart a long time ago. So, and that's what I did. I opened an account over 10 years ago. So, and I've been here ever since. No issues, no problems, I've never had a problem with Santa Cruz.
Any thoughts about bank transfer day? Everybody trying to move their money into local accounts?
Loving it. I love the fact that it took what's going on in this country right now for them to really realize how important it is to stay local and be local. And now people are getting a clue of what to do and how to make things right for themselves and for the community. And it's so important for that, and I totally believe in that.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
We're here with Carlos Rodriguez, Marketing Manager, Santa Cruz Community Credit Union. So we have local credit unions, local banks, obviously the big banks too. Carlos, tell us the difference between a credit union and a bank.
Well, the difference between a credit union and a bank could probably be best explained by explaining some of the similarities. We're similar in that we have checking accounts, we have savings accounts, we have ATM machines, online banking, just like the banks do. But we're different in that we're locally owned, and we're locally owned by our members. So when you go to a credit union, you actually join a credit union, you become a member, and you get a share of that credit union. You become part owner of that credit union. You could vote for the board of directors. You could even sit on the board of directors. It seems that a lot of people are frustrated because they don't have control of how the big banks use their money. You read in the paper all the time where a big bank is maybe financing an operation overseas that you may not agree with politically. They may be financing something that's harmful to the environment and so forth, and you have really very little say in that. With a local institution, and especially with a local credit union, if your credit union is not doing what you'd like it to do, you could always run for office. You could always run and become a member of the board of directors and make that very change that you believe in.
I think what's really interesting is that this seems to it's a grassroots movement that has grown exponentially because of Facebook, and I think it's here to stay.
Hi, I'm Lisa Hochstein, and I'm here at the Santa Cruz Museum of Art and History up on the 3rd floor. This is my show Undoings, and it's a work group of recent collage works. My approach to collage is really specific. I look at the materials that I select, and my goal is to transform something that exists in the world in one format into, well, my artwork, which turns it into something else completely different. And part of the process always for me involves the destruction of something that exists. So that's the title of the show, Undoings. And within that theme, there's several different parts of undoings and different interpretations of that word that have led to the works evolving to where it is today. Normally I have half a dozen or more pieces in progress at any given time, and boy, it can take anywhere from a week to months to complete a piece. And that's not necessarily working constantly full-time on one image, but sometimes I'll set things aside for a bit, or sometimes something will evolve in a certain direction and another direction is suggested by the process of working on it. So it can go on for months, and they feel finished when they feel finished. There's not an image in mind that I start with, and as they get more painterly in their making, there's a lot more moving things around, and there's a more physical process involved in scraping and tearing, and it kind of harkens back to my other interest, art-making interest, which is painting. As I work on the collages, I use acrylic matte medium as a glue, and I use archival acid-free papers, usually pretty heavy paper, so it provides a fairly solid substrate for the collage. And I don't varnish. I basically like the paper exposed. One of the things that I work with in my art is the concept of language being somewhat imprecise and tentative, and the breakdown of language as we talk to each other. Over time, meanings of words change, histories are lost, and I also have lived in a foreign country where I didn't speak the language for a couple of years, and the idea of language as a way of communicating with people during those years, it was really frustrating, and it also made me think about other modes of communication besides speech and text. This is my first show at the museum, and I'm really excited actually to be here at the museum right now as it's going through this transition. I think Nina is bringing an amazing energy and vision to the institution, and it's interesting, I was thinking about this on my way over here, that in a sense the theme of Undoings fits nicely to the transition that's happening at the museum as well, that things are transforming through change and rearranging and taking things apart and putting other things together.
Good afternoon, I'm Ryan Coonerty, I'm the mayor of Santa Cruz, and it's my great pleasure to thank everybody who's here today that made this possible. We have Vice Mayor Don Lanes here, and Councilmember Hillary Bryant is here as well. We are here to say thank you to everyone who's worked tirelessly. Bill talked about the 3 months of planning, but this has been something that people have been talking about for 10 and 15 years. Is how do we better connect the beach to our downtown, and this is an incredible way to do it. It's creative, it's fun, and it really captures Santa Cruz. And this is why it's so great to be mayor of Santa Cruz, is because there's a group of people in this community who love this community, who are committed to this community, who are willing to invest and dream and make things possible here. And this is a very real actualization of that dream. And I want to thank everybody who made it possible, and I can't wait to get everybody riding that trolley back and forth between the beach and the downtown, and really introducing them to parts of Santa Cruz they may not have seen, and also just having fun along the way, which is a key component of what Santa Cruz is all about. So let's cut this ribbon and get this trolley going, and thank you everybody for making it possible.
So Chip, you want a handle here? Sure. Okay. It's a couple of photographs, right? We appreciate that. Couple, gee, everybody's got a camera. This is a different world, isn't it? All right, you ready? You're gonna pull, right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
That's how things get done.
That's right.
All aboard.
All aboard. Pacific Avenue, Beach Boardwalk, and beyond. as we started to cruise down SoCal. Chug, chug, chug with the motor, bump, bump, bump with the brake. Thump, thump, thump when my heartstrings as we glided from Pleasure Point Lake. The day was bright, the air was sweet, the smell of honeysuckle charmed me off my feet. I tried to sing, but couldn't squeak. In fact, I felt so good I couldn't even speak. Buzz, buzz, buzz with the buzzer. Time to all this above. Time to fall.